Have you ever looked at a historical artifact and felt a shiver down your spine? A whisper of a story untold, a truth far stranger than fiction? What if everything we thought we knew about history, about human origins, about our place in the cosmos, was fundamentally flawed? The official narratives, the timelines etched into our textbooks, might be nothing more than convenient fictions, carefully curated to maintain a certain worldview. But beneath the surface, in dusty museum archives, in remote archaeological digs, and in the hushed whispers of ancient texts, lie objects that defy explanation, artifacts that scream of a past far more advanced, far more mysterious, and infinitely more awe-inspiring than we've ever dared to imagine. Prepare to have your perceptions shattered, your understanding of history irrevocably altered, because today, we delve into the world of forbidden archaeology, exploring the artifacts that rewrite everything we were taught. For centuries, humanity has constructed its understanding of the past based on a linear progression, from primitive hunter-gatherers to the rise of early civilizations, through the classical empires, and into the modern age. This narrative, largely shaped by 19th and 20th century archaeological discoveries, paints a picture of gradual development, with technological and scientific breakthroughs occurring in predictable sequences. However, this neat and tidy timeline begins to unravel when confronted with anomalous artifacts, objects that simply shouldn't exist according to conventional historical frameworks. These out-of-place artifacts, or OOPArts, challenge the very foundations of our historical understanding, suggesting the possibility of advanced ancient civilizations, extraterrestrial influence, or even cyclical patterns of human development that have been lost to the annals of time. The very concept of history as a fixed, immutable record begins to crumble, revealing a dynamic, contested, and perhaps deliberately obscured past. The philosophical underpinnings of our historical understanding are deeply rooted in Enlightenment thought, emphasizing reason, progress, and a linear view of time. Thinkers like Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel proposed a dialectical progression of history, while Auguste Comte championed positivism, advocating for a scientific approach to historical inquiry. This framework, while offering a coherent model, inadvertently creates blind spots, making it difficult to integrate data that contradicts the established paradigm. Ancient sources, often dismissed as myth or allegory, frequently speak of golden ages, advanced knowledge, and cataclysmic events that reset civilization. Plato's Atlantis, the Vedic accounts of flying Vimanas, and the Sumerian king list describing antediluvian rulers with impossibly long reigns, all hint at a past far more complex than the one we accept. Key figures in alternative history, such as Graham Hancock, Erich von Däniken, and Michael Cremo, have dedicated their lives to uncovering these anomalies, meticulously documenting the evidence that challenges mainstream archaeology. They argue that a dogmatic adherence to established theories has led to the suppression or misinterpretation of crucial evidence, effectively constructing a, quote, forbidden history that remains largely hidden from public view. This isn't about dismissing legitimate archaeological work, but about critically examining the assumptions and biases that may limit our understanding of the past. The very nature of historical inquiry demands an open mind, a willingness to follow the evidence wherever it leads, even if it shatters cherished beliefs. One of the most compelling categories of OOPArts involves evidence of advanced technology in ancient times. Consider the Antikythera mechanism, discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of Greece in 1901. This intricate device, dating back to the 2nd century BCE, is an astronomical calculator of astonishing complexity, capable of predicting solar and lunar eclipses, tracking planetary movements, and even calculating Olympic cycles. Its gears and dials demonstrate a level of engineering sophistication not seen again until the 14th century. How could such a device exist in an era supposedly devoid of complex machinery? Mainstream explanations suggest it was an isolated anomaly, a singular genius far ahead of his time. However, the Antikythera mechanism hints at a lost tradition of advanced scientific knowledge, perhaps indicating that Greek civilization possessed a technological understanding far greater than our current textbooks acknowledge. Then there are the Baghdad battery, or the Parthian battery, discovered near Baghdad in 1938. Dating from the Sassanid period, around 250 BCE to 250 CE, this artifact consists of a clay jar, a copper cylinder, and an iron rod. While its exact purpose is debated, experiments have shown that it can generate a small electrical current when filled with an acidic solution like vinegar or grape juice. If it was indeed used as a battery, it would represent a knowledge of electrochemistry millennia before Volta's experiments. Skeptics argue it might have been used for electroplating or even as a simple storage vessel, but the striking resemblance to modern electrochemical cells is undeniable. The implications are profound. Did ancient civilizations possess a rudimentary understanding of electricity, a force we consider a hallmark of the industrial age? Moving further back in time, we encounter the enigmatic Piri Reis map, compiled in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral Piri Reis. This map depicts parts of the coastlines of West Africa, South America, and the northern coast of Antarctica. What makes it extraordinary is its accuracy, particularly the depiction of Antarctica, which was supposedly not discovered until 1820, and even more significantly, it shows Antarctica without its ice cap, a condition that last existed millions of years ago. How could a 16th century map maker possess such detailed geographical knowledge, especially of a continent that was largely unexplored and depicted in a state that predates human civilization as we know it? Theories range from the map being a copy of older lost maps from an unknown ancient civilization to the possibility of extraterrestrial assistance. The Piri Reis map, along with other anomalous ancient maps like the Orontius Phineus map and the Zeno map, suggest a global cartographic tradition far older and more advanced than conventional history allows. The sheer scale and precision of ancient megalithic structures also challenge our understanding of ancient engineering capabilities. Sites like Pumapunku in Bolivia, with its impossibly precise interlocking H-blocks made of hard igneous rock, defy conventional explanations of primitive tools and labor. The stone blocks, some weighing over 100 tons, are cut with such accuracy that a razor blade cannot be inserted between them. Mainstream archaeology attributes their creation to the Tiwanaku culture, using basic stone tools and immense human labor. However, engineers and stonemasons argue that such precision would require advanced cutting and shaping techniques, possibly involving lost technologies, or even a different understanding of physics. The sheer improbability of their construction using known ancient methods leads many to question the official narrative, suggesting the possibility of a forgotten technology, perhaps even sound levitation or advanced machining. Similarly, the Great Pyramid of Giza, while attributed to the ancient Egyptians, continues to puzzle engineers. Its astronomical alignments, the precision of its construction, and the sheer volume of stone used over 2.3 million blocks, each weighing several tons, present a monumental challenge to conventional explanations. While various ramp theories exist, none fully explain how such massive stones were lifted and placed with such accuracy, especially the granite blocks in the king's chamber, which were raised to considerable heights. Some researchers propose the use of lost technologies, perhaps a form of acoustic levitation or even knowledge of anti-gravity principles, while others point to the possibility of extraterrestrial assistance, given the seemingly impossible feats of engineering. The fact that its construction methods remain a subject of intense debate, despite extensive research, only reinforces its status as an anomalous marvel. Beyond technology, there are artifacts that suggest a different understanding of biology and human evolution. The controversial Koso artifact, discovered in 1961, is a geode-like object that, when cut open, revealed what appeared to be a spark plug or some form of mechanical device encased within millions of years of rock formation. While skeptics argue it's a naturally occurring concretion or a modern spark plug that somehow became embedded, the initial X-rays and analyses suggested a metallic core with a ceramic insulator. If genuinely an ancient device, it would predate modern human civilization by millions of years, raising questions about intelligent life on Earth in epochs far removed from our own. The discovery of human footprints alongside dinosaur footprints, such as those found in the Paluxy Riverbed in Texas, also presents a profound challenge to evolutionary timelines. While many of these claims have been debunked or reinterpreted, some remain highly controversial, with proponents arguing for the coexistence of humans and dinosaurs, a concept that fundamentally contradicts the established geological and evolutionary record. These anomalies, if verified, would necessitate a radical re-evaluation of human origins and the history of life on Earth. The sheer volume of these out-of-place artifacts suggests a pattern rather than isolated incidents. They point to a possibility that our current understanding of history is incomplete, perhaps even deliberately manipulated. Who benefits from a linear, predictable historical narrative? The answer often lies in maintaining power structures, intellectual control, and a specific worldview. Suppressing evidence of advanced ancient civilizations or alternative human origins could serve to reinforce the idea of humanity's recent and gradual ascent, making it easier to control narratives about progress and societal development. The implications extend to our understanding of consciousness itself. If ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge, could they have also understood consciousness in ways we are only beginning to rediscover? Many ancient spiritual traditions speak of a unified field of consciousness, a concept echoed in modern quantum physics. Could these artifacts be remnants of cultures that integrated scientific understanding with spiritual wisdom, creating technologies that harnessed principles we are only now beginning to grasp? The very act of challenging mainstream historical narratives can be met with significant resistance from academic institutions and established scholars. This resistance is often rooted in the fear of undermining years of research, the challenge to deeply entrenched paradigms, and the potential for public confusion. However, true scientific inquiry demands a willingness to question, to explore anomalies, and to revise theories in the face of new evidence. The history is a lie perspective doesn't necessarily imply malicious intent, but rather a natural human tendency to create coherent narratives, even if it means overlooking inconvenient truths. The process of historical discovery is ongoing, and new evidence is constantly emerging. The question is whether we are open enough to incorporate it, even if it forces us to rewrite our textbooks and fundamentally alter our understanding of who we are and where we come from. Recent scientific discoveries, particularly in fields like archaeoastronomy, geochronology, and even genetics, are beginning to provide independent corroboration for some of these alternative historical claims. For example, new dating techniques are pushing back the timelines for many ancient sites, revealing human activity far earlier than previously thought. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, a megalithic complex dating back over 12,000 years, predates the conventional understanding of settled agriculture and the rise of civilization, forcing archaeologists to reconsider the origins of complex societies. Its intricate carvings and monumental pillars suggest a sophisticated culture of hunter-gatherers, challenging the notion that monumental architecture only emerged after the advent of farming. This single site alone has sent shockwaves through the archaeological community, demonstrating that our understanding of early human history is far from complete. Furthermore, advancements in underwater archaeology are revealing submerged cities and structures that speak of ancient coastlines and sea levels dramatically different from today's. The Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan, a massive underwater rock formation with precise angles and terraces, is debated as either a natural formation or a man-made structure. If the latter, it would suggest a highly advanced civilization existing thousands of years ago, before the last ice age, when sea levels were significantly lower. The sheer scale of these potential discoveries, often hidden beneath the waves, hints at a lost world waiting to be rediscovered, a world that could fundamentally alter our understanding of human history and migration patterns. The limitations of our current scientific knowledge certainly play a role in how we interpret these anomalies. Our understanding of physics, material science, and even ancient engineering might be incomplete. Perhaps there were technologies based on principles we don't yet fully grasp. The very concept of lost technology implies a knowledge gap, a period where advanced understanding existed but was subsequently forgotten or destroyed. Catastrophic events, such as comet impacts, massive floods, or prolonged ice ages, could have easily wiped out advanced civilizations, leaving behind only fragmented clues. The Younger Dryas impact theory, for instance, proposes a cosmic impact around 12,800 years ago that triggered rapid climate change and extinctions, potentially ending a previously unknown advanced civilization. This theory offers a plausible explanation for the sudden disappearance of advanced knowledge and the subsequent reset of human development. The contemporary impact of these ideas extends far beyond academic debates. The rise of interest in ancient aliens, forbidden archaeology, and alternative histories reflects a growing dissatisfaction with conventional explanations, and a yearning for a deeper, more meaningful narrative about humanity's past. Documentaries, books, and online communities dedicated to these topics have garnered massive followings, demonstrating a widespread desire to explore possibilities beyond the mainstream. This cultural shift is pushing the boundaries of what is considered acceptable inquiry, forcing a re-evaluation of historical dogma. Practical applications of these insights, while speculative, are intriguing. If ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge of energy, materials, or even consciousness, rediscovering those principles could lead to revolutionary breakthroughs in our own time. Imagine harnessing free energy, developing sustainable construction methods, or unlocking the full potential of the human mind, all inspired by forgotten wisdom. The pursuit of these ancient mysteries is not merely an intellectual exercise. It holds the potential to inform our future. Emerging trends in scientific research are also beginning to converge with some of the more fringe historical theories. For example, research into the properties of water, the effects of sound frequencies on matter, and the potential for quantum entanglement to play a role in consciousness, all echo concepts found in ancient wisdom traditions. This convergence suggests that perhaps the ancients had a nuanced understanding of the universe that we are only now beginning to rediscover through modern scientific methods. The idea that consciousness itself might be a fundamental aspect of reality, rather than a mere byproduct of the brain, opens up possibilities for understanding how ancient civilizations might have interacted with the world in profoundly different ways, perhaps even influencing matter through focused intent or collective consciousness. In conclusion, the artifacts that defy conventional history are not just curious anomalies. They are profound invitations to re-examine everything we thought we knew. They whisper of a past far more complex, far more technologically advanced, and perhaps far more spiritually enlightened than the one painted in our textbooks. The evidence, though often fragmented and debated, compels us to question, to explore, and to remain open to the possibility that history is not a fixed, linear progression, but a vast, intricate tapestry, with many threads yet to be uncovered. By embracing these mysteries, we don't just rewrite history, we rewrite our understanding of human potential. What are your thoughts on these enigmatic artifacts? Do you believe they point to lost civilizations, extraterrestrial influence, or simply misinterpretations of the past? Share your perspectives in the comments below. I love hearing your theories and insights. If this journey into the unknown has sparked your curiosity, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more mind-bending content, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries that challenge our reality. Your support helps us continue to explore the forbidden corners of knowledge.